Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everybody's well and enjoying whatever you're doing. I am going to show you all the things that I have been making with this suite. So this is a Stampin' Up suite from the mini catalogue, the January to April mini catalogue. I'm doing a showcase this weekend. Don't know when this is going to come out, and so I chose this suite to use. So it's the Desert Details stamp set and matching dies. I need to put those stamps back, and this is the die set, and it was the die set that was drawn to because I thought those frames would make lovely vintage frames. So as well as the stamp set and dies, there is this ribbon, Pale Papaya velvet ribbon, which I thought would make lovely ties and things in journals. It also comes with this sequins. I haven't used very many sequins, but I have used some. All suites come with DSP, and so I think I've used like half a packet. So you get 2 sheets of each. Loved that. That I thought really vintage. So I've made a journal cover using those 2 sheets. Loved that. Done some cards with that. I liked this as well. Not so fond of that, but I have made something out of it, which I actually quite like. That again, another sort of vintage look, journal cover out of that I've made. And I didn't do anything with the back of that one because I used the other side. This, I liked this. I think I've done something with this. The other side of this is that. Might have done something out of that. Done something with this, I'm sure. Done something with that. So that is the DSP. And then you also get this shiny. There, let's just bring these 2 bits out. You get 2 sheets of each. So this is soft succulent, and it's got foiling, and this is Calypso Coral, and again with foiling. It's like gold and petal pink foiling. It's quite nice. I thought I just saw vintage. That's what I saw when I got this. Right, so that is the products. Let me show you what I've made. Okay, so obviously it's me. I'm gonna make a journal. So I made a whole journal, and I used the suite for the cover. So that's the paper, the 2 bits of paper. I said I made a cover. That is the ribbon. I just coloured it with alcohol markers to make it look much older. And then that's that foiling on the frame. I used the stamps to stamp that frame. And then I've added a little bits of gold to it. So I have got a full flip through of this journal coming out. So I won't do one now. I filmed the making of this cover. So this one should have been this size, but I cut the paper to the size that I wanted the cover to be, and it was like, oops. So then I had to make it slightly smaller. So this is slightly smaller than I would normally make. So this is 7.5. So this is 7.5 by 5.5, as opposed to what I usually do. What's that? 8 3/4 by 6. So yeah. So this will have, when it's done, this will just be like normal standard A4 letter size folded in half. So made this in exactly the same way. So there's a video on making this, done the frame, got a ribbon tie. Again, that's the same ribbon, exactly the same ribbon. I just coloured it with a different colour alcohol marker, and then it's just decoupaged on collaged, not decoupaged, collaged on the inside. Lots of vintage things. So yeah, check out that video. if it's out, I'm not sure. And then I used the frames as well to make some little faux sort of cabinet cards, and there's like spots for journal on the back, so that's the frames there. I've got a video on making this, so they're cute. Some more vintage frames, so I've made this one so it can be a journal topper, and then I backed this one so it could be a journaling card. So I'm thinking they might pop in the journal that I've made as a little extra. So had to do vintage stuff because that's just me. Right, so then we're on to the non-vintage stuff. So I've made this pretty box with that shiny paper. So it is, undo the ribbon, it is 4 by 2, and it's just a nice big sturdy gift box. I'm gonna have to do that ribbon up later, or shall I show you how you do it? So it around like that, twist it on the bottom, come round to the front, tie your knot, tie your bow, keeping my finger there on that knot, pull it through, there we go, that's it. How pretty is that? I just love it. I've got videos on making that, but so all the 3D things I've made previously in other videos. I'll link down below to the other videos. I didn't video them again. So then that's how, so I didn't like the look of this paper, but actually once I put it together here, I quite liked it. That's the same ribbon as that. I've just coloured it in Calypso Coral. And so that's the dies. This is the medium daisy punch there to make that little box. What else have I made? Oh yeah, I knew I'd use that there. So just a quick little box there. Again, I've got videos on making this. Don't look too closely. My centre hole is not quite in the centre, but hey ho, I wasn't going to do it again. And again, that's been coloured to match the darker colour here. So cute little treat box. And here we have another sort of posh handbag. Now I have got a video on making this without the closure. So I have made this before when it's just been a bag like that. And it's got a little magnetic closure. And I got a swap last year, and this is what inspired this, and it was like, oh, they've used a Velcro, and I thought, oh, I like that idea. That's the same, it's the same base as a bag I've already made before, and it's just, I loved the way of adding the handle. And I put these little gold dots on it, forgetting that I had gold sequins in the suite, but yeah, I just thought that's a nice posh handbag, and just put a little swing label on it to make it look even posher. So that's that. Oh, and I made another little handbag, and I remembered the sequins this time. So that is again another little magnetic closure. Oh, little bit of gubbins in there. So I thought that was cute as well. What else have we got? Oh yeah, post-it note holder. So that is just out of the DSP, but I doubled it over so that it was pretty on the back as it is on the front. Added the stamped little border, and then used the Alpha Allemande dies, whatever they're called, Alamode. But yeah, like that. Love having a covered post-it notepad because if it looks pretty like that, you're going to use it. You're not going to lose it, are you? Not going to lose it. And then I made my swaps. Got a video on that. That's probably already been out, the making of this cute little envelope for an after 8 mint. So closure using one of the dies. I loved that die. I thought it was really cute. Thought it had a bit of a vintage feel. And that's the die set on the front there. So I made those. And then I made cards. So I've done a video on this. This was my Stamp Around UK spring cards. That was my prototype. And then that was the one that I made for the video. Just a different way of using that weird looking die. And I just made it sun rays. Used more rays on that than that one. So that's that card. Then I did a Case the Catalogue. Completely different colour. I changed the sentiment and where it went, but that's what you do when you case. And I quite liked it. I got to love this whilst using it. Wasn't over loving it when I first got it. I got it for the frames. Then I made that. I love this card. I think it's really nice and bright and cheery and clean and simple. Really like that. And then I thought outside I had to do a Christmas blog hop. I got nothing Christmas. I got no Christmas sentiments, no Christmas stamps, nothing that's current. And you have to use current products when you're doing a blog hop. So thoroughly thought outside the box for this one and created a Christmas tree with those dies. And yeah, and I've got Alpha Best, so I was able to do a happy Christmas card there. And then I did a sort of a masculine card, again using the alphabet allemande mode thing, little happy birthday. Thought that was quite nice and masculine, and I've stamped on the inside as well. So those were the scraps left over from making the journal cover. And then I had some more scraps left over, so I made another sort of masculine looking card, and this is a sort of a book fold one, doing it differently. People do it that way, and I've just done it a little bit differently. You could also do it that way as well. I was going to make another one that way, but I never got around to it. This took ages, absolutely ages to do. Is that them all? That's everything. So that is everything that I made for my showcase. And I think I showed that it is extremely versatile. You can make all sorts with it. I don't like one-trick ponies. I like that I can make lots of variety of things. Want value for money, don't you? So yeah, and then my favourite way of using it with this vintageness and my whole journal. So there we go, been very, very busy. So yeah, now I need to pack this because I have to go. So hope you enjoyed that. I'll link down below to all the products, and I'll link to the videos for how I made the things. So like that, it's an old video, but it's following the same principle. Likewise that and that. Okay, see you all again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.